Hello everybody, welcome back to the Cursing Seamstress. I noticed last time I was slanted. I'm still, I think, a little bit slanted. I don't know. Well, I apologize for being away for so long. Just the life gets in the way. Update on Dixie. I did take her to the acupuncturist, which was a 2-hour trip one way. And I went after work. It was just a really long day, but she did get one acupuncture treatment, and I had a good conversation with the vet about diet and things like that. So I had been babying Dixie so much because her appetite was really poor the first few weeks of having IVDD. So I was giving her anything she wanted throughout the day. Anything she wanted, meaning fresh meat and things like that I was cooking, special for her. I'm not a big meat eater, but that what she would eat. And anyway, it was interesting because the vet really confirmed that that's what I should be feeding both dogs all the time. So, for example, this morning I got up and cooked ground beef, which I never buy. I don't eat it. Cooked ground beef. Added some spinach leaves, fresh spinach leaves in there, 2 eggs scrambled up in there, and some brown rice. And then I mixed in some dry dog food. And that's going to be enough to feed both dogs probably for 3 or 4 days. And I just keep it in the refrigerator, scoop it out. I do heat it up in the microwave before I give it to them. So I try, if I have fresh vegetables that I've cooked, I will add that up, or chop that up and put some of that in their food also. Dogs can't eat onions. They can't eat peach pits. They can't eat grapes or raisins, chocolate, anything with caffeine. But anyway, so let's talk about sewing. I did finish up my second Blitz dress. I don't have it on, but I will show it to you. It came out great. What I was doing with that one was avoiding putting the lining in the bodice because the lining really didn't seem necessary to me, and it was a lot of extra work having to sew that down along the zipper, etc. So what I did was I just cut a strip and put it along the neckline and the collar, and it worked. Although what didn't work was I didn't cut it on the bias, and I didn't use bias tape, so it really, I'll show it to you, but it really stretched across, or actually didn't stretch across. But it looks fine. But next time, and if you choose to do this dress without the lining, you need to use something with give, and so you're going to need to either cut something on the bias or just use bias tape to be able to stretch and support the curve, because it is sort of a steep curve around the neckline. But I'll show that to you. But it came out fine, and I have not worn it yet. But I will be wearing it. The temperatures here in North Carolina, in the northeastern part of North Carolina, for the past few days have been in the high 60s and low 70s. It's just been beautiful. Today it's raining, but I think it's going to be 70 degrees. So I'm not complaining about that. Today I am wearing, from the Sewing Revival, the Fantail shirt. This is the 5th time I have made this. I love this top. It's one of my favorite tops. It's so simple to make. This time I did not have enough of this fabric to make the long sleeves, but I made the longest sleeves that I could make and put elastic here. I think it's a 3/4 inch elastic here. I'll stand up and show you this. It's a high front with an elastic of 1 1/4 with elastic in the front to kind of pull it in, and then the back drapes down. If you make this, something I shouldn't have done is serging everything beforehand is fine. That's what I did, but I did everything so that the seams could be pressed open, but that's not necessary. If you want to do that the first time to make sure the fit is good, I know that the fit is good on this, so really I should probably just serge those seams together and not worry about doing each piece separately. But let me stand up and show this to you. This is the front. This is the wide piece of elastic here. The back again drapes down. So it covers your rear end if you want to wear leggings or whatever. This fabric is an all cotton. I got it from Amazon and I cannot remember, but I'm not 100%, but I really like it. It's nice and soft. It's not a stiff cotton by any means. Now let me show you the Blitz. I'm not going to try it on because I'm so lazy, but hold on. All right, so this is the Blitz out of this fabric from Hobby Lobby. And I know that because it had Hobby Lobby printed on the selvage. When I talk about doing the just a facing, instead you can see maybe that it is it's stretched too tight. It's not really following this curve like it should. So, but like I said, it stays down, and actually stitched it down, and it doesn't hurt. I stitched it down under the collar here, and it does not flip out. So this is what it looks like. It's an A-line. It matches up pretty good. Actually, you know, I didn't really intend to do pattern matching or anything here, but it really did come out with these flowers aligned. I thought these flowers were an off-white and black, but they're actually a very dark brown. Here's the zipper. I don't do invisible zippers. I can't remember if it called for one or not. I don't like invisible zippers, so I just used a regular zip in an off-white kind of a color. So it's a wonderful dress. I really like this empire waist here, and it's cute as can be. So that's that. Trying to think what else I can tell you about. My next project is unknown, but it's probably going to be from a camo stretchy knit fabric that I got in a bundle at Walmart for I think it was 3 yards for $2 or $3. It's a little bit see-through, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make with it. It might have to be something with some gathers to kind of hide that transparency. We'll see what I do with that. But that will be my next project to consider. Just as an aside, if you enjoy true crime, I may have mentioned before True Crime Garage, which is a podcast that you can listen to if you just go to truecrimegarage.com. They have new episodes every 1 to 2 weeks. They're very interesting. They're great to listen to when you're sewing. If you're not sewing and you want to be riveted, at least I am riveted, there is a current, I've been addicted to live trials for a very long time, starting before O.J. Simpson, with the Melendez brothers, Betty Broderick, and I don't know who else, but my mom and I used to watch them separately and then analyze and talk about them throughout the course of the trials. But right now there's a great trial on. You probably heard about it. It actually is international news, but it's the Alex Murdaugh, Murdaugh trial. It's out of South Carolina. He is a former attorney who is on trial for murdering his wife and son. It is riveting. I watch it every day when I get home from work, and I'm actually a day behind because I can't watch it, but for so long. But it's really interesting to hear all of the testimony and to try to put it all together about what happened. So it's just really interesting. You can go online and just search Alex Murdaugh trial live, and you can watch it gavel to gavel. There are plenty of stations that are covering it, and so you can find the one that's best for you without interruptions, without commercials, all of that stuff. Ones that have a good volume as opposed to some others where the volume is lower. All right, I am going to stop talking. I think the next time I come on, I'm going to share with you a website I found with links to tons of independent pattern companies, most of which I knew about, but quite a few that I didn't know about. So I'm going to do that because I've enjoyed going to those sites to see if they're worth bookmarking, so I can go back and take a look and possibly order some of those patterns. So that's all I have. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Today actually is Friday, so I'm going to try to post this for Friday sews. That doesn't happen that often, and I know you can do it any day. It doesn't really matter. So have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you were into the Super Bowl. I am not, but I will talk with you later. Bye-bye.